Kris Jenner, who's portrayed as both ambitious and controlling in the first episode of The House of Kardashian, is seen as the driving force behind her family's rise to fame. Her ambition reportedly grew during her marriage to Robert Kardashian Sr. And according to Robert's cousin, Joan Agajanian Quinn, Kris desired to be a mother but wasn't content with being a housewife. The shift towards fame and fortune came after her divorce from Robert and her relationship with Bruce Jenner, now known as Caitlyn Jenner.
I was totally impressed with her intelligence, her sense of style, the way she lived her life.
And post-divorce, Kris played a pivotal role in revitalizing Caitlyn's public speaking career, urging her to part ways with her manager and take charge of negotiations. Described as charming yet tough in business dealings, Kris skillfully secured lucrative deals for Caitlyn Jenner.
So I got a call from Caitlyn's friend Sophia.
And despite controlling their finances, Caitlyn appreciated the business dynamics of their relationship, where Kris's savvy complemented Caitlyn's name recognition.
Kris wanted to be more than just a housewife.
Again, at the time, she was known as Bruce Jenner, who was an Olympian. Their collaboration, of course, proved to be very successful, and it created a strong business team, as well as it helped to reinforce their romantic relationship. There have also been several reports about the awareness of Caitlyn Jenner's gender dysphoria within the Kardashian family, particularly with Kris Jenner, and these reports have varied over the years. Kris has asserted that she wasn't fully informed about Caitlyn's secret life, but Caitlyn actually contradicted this during the House of Kardashian series, revealing that Kris knew about her gender dysphoria before their marriage. And Caitlyn described a brief conversation about her situation, emphasizing that she had moved on from that phase. There were some sources close to Kris that countered Caitlyn Jenner's claims, stating that Kris learned about Caitlyn's decision to transition from executives and not Caitlyn directly. However, previous statements by Kris suggest knowledge of Caitlyn experimenting with gender-affirming medication. Then their daughter, Kendall Jenner, in contradiction to her mother's stance, asserted in 2016 that Kris was fully aware of Caitlyn's gender dysphoria by their third date. And Kendall also mentioned instances where the family had caught Caitlyn wearing women's clothing. Also, contrary to Kim Kardashian's previous assertion that her tape with her ex Ray J was leaked without consent, revelations in House of Kardashian challenged this narrative. David Weintraub, who's Ray J's manager and a former friend of the Kardashian family, he accused Kim and Ray J of intentionally releasing the tape to boost their careers. Weintraub claimed that Kim informed Kris, her mom, of their plan before its release, suggesting it could elevate the family and their business. Kim wanted Kris to handle negotiations to protect their interest, and the Girls Gone Wild founder, Joe Francis, who collaborated with Kim and Ray J on marketing the tape, echoed similar claims. Francis, he claimed that the tape wasn't just about recording it. Instead, it aimed to create controversy for publicity. He contested the idea that the tape was leaked, and he asserts that Kim and Ray J, as consenting people, released it deliberately. However, Francis did deny Kris's involvement in the initial planning of doing this. There's also some information about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's love story. It actually traces back to around 2012 when Kanye West openly expressed his affection for Kim in his song Cold. However, according to Kanye West's associate Malik Yusuf, their romantic connection began even earlier than that. Okay. Despite Kanye West's initial interest sparked by Kim's past, Yusuf, he portrayed a more sentimental side, and he highlighted Kanye West's admiration for Kim as his dream girl and recalled a moment when they shared a kiss. Yusuf also claimed that Kim distanced herself from Kanye after his controversial remarks about President George Bush back in 2005, where Kanye West asserted that George Bush didn't care about black people following Hurricane Katrina. And according to Yusuf, Kim expressed her love for Kanye West but couldn't be with him at the time due to the potential repercussions on her reality show empire. So they temporarily went their separate ways from there but ended up getting married several years later. And the last big secret that the House of Kardashian shared is about editor Jessica DeFino, who worked on the family's subscription-based apps from 2015 to 2019, actually expressed conflicting feelings about creating content for the Kardashian Jenner family. She realized that the standards that they promoted were unrealistic and unattainable, even for themselves. DeFino specifically pointed out Kylie's lack of transparency about her lips, noting that they are the result of injectable lip fillers. And this isn't the first time the Kardashian Jenners have faced accusations of promoting unrealistic beauty standards. And Kylie even went on to acknowledge her family's influence, and she recently emphasized on their show The Kardashians the need for a larger conversation about the beauty standards that they set, and she expressed a desire for more positive impact.
Firstly, this scandal is crazy. Kim Kardashian was investigated by the FBI after getting $250,000 delivered in a trash bag.
The FBI grilled Kim Kardashian as part of one of the biggest trials Hollywood has ever seen.
See, according to a March 2023 Bloomberg Businessweek report, Kim Kardashian was questioned by the feds as part of an investigation into a Malaysian man named Zhao Lo from Malaysia, obviously. You know that man? Zhao Lo, who was involved in a massive embezzlement scandal? Well, in 2019, Kim told the FBI that she played Baccarat in a Las Vegas casino with Lo and some other secret scandalous people. And guess what? Kim won big! Obviously, $250,000 big. And when Kim went to cash out, the casino actually handed her $250,000 in a trash bag full of $100 bills.
Kim Kardashian was once given $250,000 cash in a trash bag after gambling with Zhao Lo, according to FBI documents.
According to the FBI, Kim put the trash bag full of cash into her carry-on bag and boarded a Southwest Airlines flight right back to LA. Imagine being the security person at that airport, seeing $2,500 $100 bills going through that x-ray, yeah, in a trash bag. So some eyebrows were raised after that Vegas trip, to say the least. The next scandal is one for the ages. Kris Jenner allegedly mistreated all of her staff on her now canceled talk show.
Radar Online reported that the talk show's 6-week test run will not move forward for a full season pickup.
In 2013, the Kardashian mama herself got a shot at her own major network talk show. The show was called Kris, and it aired on Fox. But the reason you haven't heard of it is because it lasted just about 6 weeks. See, the show had a hard time gaining viewers, and Fox was like, you're done, Kris. Later on, a big shot Fox employee would comment on the canceling of her show, claiming that Jenner's performance was just pretty uninteresting. But what not many people know is that behind the scenes, Kris Jenner was a nightmare to work with. An anonymous source that worked on the behind the scenes crew claimed that working with Kris was borderline unbearable. She would show up on set hungover and demand her beauty team to fix her up and make her look stunning. Wow. Imagine having the luxury of a beauty team to fix you up when you wake up hungover on a Sunday morning? I wish. Instead, I have a bathroom mirror that reminds me of my regrets from the prior night. Anyways, Kris would later take on to Twitter to claim that all of the rumors flying around her show were false. The next scandal that she and the rest of the family had to deal with was Kendall Jenner allegedly hooked up with Justin Bieber, who later married her best friend. God, that's right, Kendall Jenner usually keeps her romantic life far away from keeping up. But when you slay as hard as Kendall, not everything stays private. In fact, Kendall's longtime bestie Hailey Bieber occasionally drops by and makes an appearance on the show. And while their close friendship is well known, one thing that's not talked about on camera is the gossip that Kendall and Justin Bieber may have had a fling between 2014 and 2015. Juicy. Justin seemed to actually confirm those rumors, saying that him and Kendall briefly dated in 2015, but stated it was never serious. During a YouTube video that Kendall and Hailey filmed at some point recently, they were doing a Q&A where they were actually asked if they had ever kissed the same person, and a little laugh attack ensued.
You know the answer to this! Yes!
The next piece of juicy, scandalous gossip was the time when Kris Jenner allegedly paid off an ex-boyfriend who claimed that she cheated on Caitlyn Jenner. In her 2013 memoir, Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian, Kris admitted to having an affair while she was married to her first husband, Robert. However, it's been suggested that Kris Jenner didn't share the full story of her infidelity and actually paid off her ex-husband to keep him from talking. The man she had the affair with was later identified as Todd Waterman. Todd himself claimed that the affair continued well into Jenner's relationship with her second husband, Bruce. Waterman even appeared on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians as a way to legally prevent him from talking about the affair. It was reported that Waterman was paid somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000 for his brief appearance on the show. Well, Mr. Waterman, that seems a little shady now, doesn't it? And by the way, Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, same person, as we know. The Kardashians have also now been accused of using sweatshops to create their products. In 2011, all the Kardashians were involved in a sweatshop investigation, where some Kardashian branded products were accused of being made in foreign factories with just horrendous work conditions. The brands under scrutiny included the K-Dash by Kardashian label, the Kris Jenner collection, and Shoe Dazzle, which Kim endorses. The family rep at the time claimed the Kardashians take this situation very seriously and have since been assured by all of their manufacturers that the factories are policed regularly. They added that if there is any evidence of an illegal operation, then they will stop immediately working with that manufacturer. The next piece of scandal comes from Kylie Jenner lying about getting lip fillers. Before Kylie founded her billion-dollar enterprise, Kylie Cosmetics, through the sales of her famous lip kits, she was caught trying to downplay her cosmetic procedures. In 2015, fans noticed Kylie's lips slowly enlarging over the course of a year. Kylie spent months repeatedly denying and evading questions about her lips before eventually admitting to the procedure on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So girl, if you're filling those lips, at least let us know where, because I could use a little bump. Oh, Kylie Cosmetics, you say? Okay, girl, I'll keep that in mind. But you better not be lying to me. The next piece of scandal comes from Kris Humphries, Kim Kardashian's once husband, claiming that Keeping Up with the Kardashians is in fact staged. See, we all know that reality TV is a little too good to be true sometimes. And after their 72-day marriage fell apart, former NBA player Kris Humphries hasn't held back his dislike for his ex-wife's family and their reality show alike. Even though he appeared on the show, sources close to Humphries say he now insists that the reality show is completely fake. A source close to Kris claims that Kris says that Kim's reality shows are a total sham. He doesn't think there's anything real about the shows at all. And apparently, not to break your hearts, but that famous scene where Kim loses her earrings in the ocean, yeah, fake. Kris claims that Kim was crying hysterically, but then miraculously one of her younger sisters found the earring in the ocean where the group had just been swimming hours ago. See, you try finding a lost earring in the ocean. My question is, I wonder how many takes it took for them to film that segment. Okay, Kylie, for this take, you found the earring. Let's see if it looks better on camera. How about that? The next scandal comes from Kim Kardashian being accused of wage theft by staff who work in her home.
Kim's staff, chefs, and nannies have some strict rules to follow while working in the Kardashian West home.
In May 2021, Kim K was facing a lawsuit from seven workers who accused her of wage theft and retaliation. The workers claimed that they weren't properly compensated for their working hours, they didn't receive overtime pay, they were denied required breaks, and they didn't receive any pay-related documents while working at her Santa Monica home. Sounds pretty terrible. Kim tried to shift the blame, immediately stating that the responsibility lies with the company she hired to manage these workers. And her spokesperson added on, saying these workers were hired and paid through a third-party vendor, and Kim is not party to the agreement that made between the vendor and the workers and blah 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 blah. Obviously passing on the blame. The case is actually ongoing, but the family has chosen not to address the scandal publicly. The next piece of scandal comes from the time that Amber Rose, Kanye West's once lover, called Kim Kardashian a homewrecker who actually pursued Kanye West while they were both dating other people. Before Kim and Kanye got together in 2012, they were both in serious relationships with other people. Kanye was dating model Amber Rose until 2010, while Kim was dating NFL star Reggie Bush. Amber Rose claimed that Kim had been secretly in contact with Kanye while she was still with Reggie, sending him photos. Photos of what? We don't know. In 2012, Amber Rose was quoted saying, "Kim is the homewrecker. I'm not the homewrecker. "I don't date men in relationships." She added on saying, "I just feel like Kim and her family manipulate the media and want people to believe what they want them to believe." You tell them, Amber. The next scandal is a big one. And it's the time that Khloe Kardashian had private investigators uncover Lamar Odom's cheating while hiding it from her show. See, in 2013, numerous stories started to circulate about Lamar Odom cheating on his then wife Khloe Kardashian. This terribly disappointed fans who had seen the couple's seemingly happy relationship on TV. As we know though, TV remains TV. Because later on, Odom admitted to infidelity early in his marriage to Khloe. Allegedly, Khloe actually knew about the infidelity a year before it became public and hired a private investigator to track her husband. Could you imagine? Despite presenting a happy face on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, as well as their own show, Khloe and Lamar, Khloe was secretly mistrustful of her then husband Odom. A source claimed that Khloe had gotten access to copies of text messages between Lamar and other women. Very interesting.
Kris Jenner opens up about cheating on her late husband, Rob Kardashian Sr. Could this be the reason why her daughters keep getting cheated on all the time? Is this karma?
Family matriarch gets revealing in the newest episode of Hulu's The Kardashians, sharing with Khloe why she cheated on the late attorney.
In a season 4 episode of their show The Kardashians titled It Takes a Village, Kris Jenner shared some valuable advice with her daughter Khloe Kardashian.
Kris opens up about her estranged marriage with late husband Robert Kardashian, who is the father of her eldest children Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, and Rob.
During a conversation, Kris candidly discussed her past infidelity while in a relationship with Robert Kardashian Sr., which is the father of Khloe and her siblings Kourtney and Kim, as well as Rob Jr. Kris acknowledged that her youth had influenced her actions and tried to convey this perspective to her daughter Khloe, and she emphasized the importance of learning from life experiences. And this is what Kris Jenner had to say about this whole cheating thing.
I think being really young and dumb is something that plays into it because you don't really understand the consequences
of your actions. Appreciate the consequences.
But what was my
Appreciate
dad
the
not doing
consequences.
that made you want to look elsewhere?
Khloe then goes on to ask Kris why she cheated, and thinking it wasn't a good excuse. Like, you can't just say, oh, well, you're dumb and you're young. You know, what are the excuses for her actions?
Yes, I know you were really young, which is a big factor.
And she then admitted that despite Robert being a great husband and father, she made a big mistake by thinking there might be greener grass on the other side.
And I made a huge mistake. That's like my life's biggest regret.
So in other words, she didn't really have an excuse. She didn't really have a reason outside of just being stupid.
When I got divorced, Robert and I became best friends. We talked on the phone all day long.
After the divorce, she and Robert became best friends though, and she had regrets realizing her error, and Kris shared her feelings in a confessional interview in the episode. And Kris specifically said this:
I don't know, because he was such a great husband and such a great dad, and I think that I
fell into a situation where I thought that the grass was greener somewhere else, and I made a huge mistake. That's like my life's biggest regret. She then goes on to conclude by saying, when I got divorced, Robert and I became best friends. We talked on the phone all day long.
Helped each other through things all the time. And I did have regrets. I thought, wow, what was I thinking?
Also, while reflecting on her past, Kris Jenner told Khloe that despite her regrets, she found a silver lining, and she believed that everything happened for a good reason.
Everything happens for a reason. I really do live my life by thinking God has a plan.
Leading her to marry Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner, and having Kendall and Kylie, her other 2 daughters.
And without that whole thing happening, there never would have been Kendall and Kylie.
Kris then shared her perspective on the importance of learning from mistakes and advised Khloe to be cautious in her relationships.
Khloe is also reflecting on parenthood with her ex Tristan Thompson, who is moving out.
Khloe, by the way, who shares 2 children with her NBA superstar husband Tristan Thompson, has faced challenges due to his cheating scandals. Currently, their relationship is complicated, if you could even call it a relationship. They still are pretty cordial though, but Khloe does maintain her distance because because, you know, he cheated on her twice as well as got another woman pregnant. But guys, what are your thoughts about this? You know, what do you think about Khloe? Should she give Tristan another chance? Should she listen to her mom Chris's advice and, you know, kind of really think about it and sort of understand why Tristan would cheat and kind of empathize? Or should she just be like, nope, twice is enough, not getting cheated on by him again, I'm gonna move on, but for the sake of the kids though, I'm gonna keep it cordial with him. Kylie Jenner has been losing millions of dollars and millions of followers recently, and people are saying that this is the beginning of her big downfall. So what exactly has been going on here? So we got to go back to 2019 where Kylie gained widespread attention as Forbes listed her as the youngest self-made billionaire. However, many people disputed the term self-made, arguing that Kylie's success was primarily due to her family's reputation and influence. Also, Forbes later revoked the billionaire title after discovering that Kylie had provided false information about her earnings and exaggerated her achievements.
When Kylie's coverage debuted in July 2018, our reporter did have some doubts about the numbers her camp was claiming, but we were provided with proof in the form of tax returns that Kylie herself signed. Plus, analysts and industry experts verified what Kylie's camp was saying, that her business was doing at least $300 million in revenue every year.
Forbes said that her business, Kylie Cosmetics, was considerably smaller and less profitable than previously believed. Despite the criticism though, Kylie appeared to be unaffected by this and responded with a tweet saying, "I can name a list of 100 things more important right now than fixating on how much money I have." Kylie's business is also currently facing significant challenges as reports indicate a decline in public interest in her products in general.
Well, first off, it means that she certainly has not been earning as much money as we had been estimating in years past based on her input, in part.
And this decline is largely due to the lack of substantial evolution in the brand over the years. While Kylie has made efforts to introduce vegan formulas and clean ingredients, the brand has struggled to keep up with the competition, especially with other celebrity-owned brands from Rihanna, Selena Gomez, and even Millie Bobby Brown. Despite expanding the brand's presence to multiple countries also, the public's interest and enthusiasm for purchasing these products have definitely dropped. There has even been an 80% decline in searches for Kylie's products. One other factor contributing to the decline is just that her brand is associated with her public image, and her public image has been declining over the years as well. For instance, since early 2023, Kylie Jenner has faced allegations of bullying after a social media incident involving Selena Gomez. Videos online highlighted a decline in Kylie's fan base since the incident. Kylie had lost over 1 million followers due to this, and this all started when Selena Gomez shared a TikTok video saying that she accidentally laminated her eyebrows too much.
I accidentally laminated my brows too much.
And then hours later, Kylie posted a selfie on her Instagram stories with the text saying, "This was an accident." And she also shared a screenshot of a FaceTime call with her friend Hailey Bieber, focusing on their eyebrows. And fans viewed this as shady, mean girl behavior. Then in June of 2023, another online post that Kylie made left a lot of fans confused. Has Kylie just been lying? Because her and her family have done stuff like this in the past. So the Instagram post was of a giveaway and the caption read, "We're back. Win this stunning collection of designer handbags and travel bags plus $30,000 US cash for the ultimate travel getaway. Total prize valued at over $50,000 US. The giveaway is in no way sponsored, administered, or associated with Instagram or any brand seen in this image." Yet, the same caption, it had this, #sponsored. So of course, this further led her fan base to feel like something's off with Kylie if she's gonna be lying like this, which of course impacted her public image. Not to mention, Kylie Jenner is currently facing a lawsuit of $120,000 filed by a model named Sasha Palma, who alleges that she was not paid on time for multiple Kylie Cosmetics photo shoots. Her contract also said that she's entitled to compensation if payments were made late to her.
A model named Sasha Palma is claiming Kylie never paid her on time for multiple photo shoots, and now she wants her money. In the docs, Sasha claims that she was hired for a one-day shoot back in June of 2020 at a daily rate of $2,000.
Now people are speculating if there are other individuals who have experienced similar issues with Kylie and her company. But Kylie has definitely reinvented herself before, and we'll have to wait and see whether or not she'll be able to do so and continue to thrive. Or is this the beginning of an inevitable end for Kylie Jenner?